Dolphins fans, welcome in to this Miami Dolphins mailbag. I am Will Scott answering your questions here on Dolphins Live. Certainly a lot to discuss before the big game against the Bills on Saturday night. I don't know if I'd call it a must-win. It's pretty close to being a must-win game for this Miami Dolphins team. Gotta have it. Brent Spence says that he still has confidence in Tua, 8.75 out of 10. I remember even the great Dan the Man had some choker games and dry spells. Keep the faith. I'm with you, Brent. Tua's had a phenomenal season. Yeah, it was a disappointing game, but every quarterback, every player in this league is going to have disappointing games. It was disappointing, though, that it came on that big of a stage against Justin Herbert when the playoffs, not on the line, but they would have pretty much sealed their playoff hopes with a win. So, yeah, I'm with you, though. I have all the confidence in the world in Tua. I think he bounces back this week. William Woodburn, a question. Any suggestions to turn things around as far as our historical record in the cold goes? So, as we all know, the Dolphins do not play very well in cold weather, and it's going to be freezing in Buffalo on Saturday night. I went to Syracuse University. I can promise you lake effect snow is nothing fun to mess around with. Tua is 0-4 in his 4 coldest games since playing for the Dolphins, so that's a narrative as well. Look, they got to establish the run in this football game, William, and they have not been able to do that the last couple weeks. And when you look at games where the Dolphins have run the football well, they've won. When the Dolphins have failed to get the run game going, they have lost, especially in the snow. I want to see Mostert get involved. Not sure if Jeff Wilson's going to play, but you at least got to get Raheem Mostert going. And maybe, set up some screens to Tyreek, Waddle. The frustrating thing about the other night, William, is that they were throwing the ball down the field. They were overcomplicating things. You have very skilled athletes on the field. Get them the ball, give them some space, let them go to work. Chad Jones, our Super Chat MVP. We appreciate you. I think the Dolphins will rebound after the last 2 weeks. I think so as well, Chad. I actually believe the Dolphins are going to win. I know that's a really hot take, but I think the Dolphins are going to be really hungry for a win. Again, though, the Bills are going to be hungry to avenge that Week 3 loss. So it'll be interesting to watch, but I'm with you. I think the Dolphins will bounce back. Caden Davies, thanks for the question. I'm worried about the Tyreek Hill injury. They kept showing him with the wrap on his leg. Yeah, I was pretty concerned about that as well. So Tyreek was playing through an ankle injury in the second half of that football game. He had his left ankle wrapped, but luckily that didn't limit him. He was still able to play a lot in the game. He still had a pretty good game, 4 receptions, 81 yards. But let me know in the comments. He's going to play this weekend, by the way. But let me know in the comments what injury on the Dolphins worries you the most. Let me know. Is it Tyreek? Is it Armstead? Go down and let me know. It is good that Armstead did not suffer a setback this week. John Ruiz, what's up? How will the offense and defense improve by playing in the snow in Buffalo? Sign OBJ because Tyreek Hill and Jaylen Waddle have been injured. I don't think OBJ is going to play this year, number one. If he does, it's definitely not going to be for the Dolphins. Talking about Tyreek's injury, he's going to be fine. He'll play. Jaylen Waddle, meanwhile, he's been a little bit banged up, but he should be fine this week as well. Batman, what's up? Will the Dolphins draft a running back next year? I hope so. There's a lot of skilled running backs in this class. This running back class is absolutely loaded. Deuce Vaughn, we talked about him last week, but I'm hearing from boots on the ground at Kansas State that he's expected to come back to school. So he has not made an announcement yet. Sean Tucker has yet to make an announcement. Those were 2 post-first-round targets that I was hoping would declare. But Blake Corum, as Jeremy Shuggs just told me, yes, he has declared. So that is someone that I'm looking at here in the second round. I would bet on it, the Dolphins drafting a running back. You can go bet on the Fins at chatsports.com/bet. That's the promo code at Dolphins125 to pick up a 125% deposit bonus. That means if you put $100 in, you're going to get $125 additional cash to bet with. Great deal. Go and take advantage. That's the promo code. That's the link. That's the promo code, Dolphins125. Vegas is disrespecting us again. The Bills are a 8.5-point favorite this weekend. I think that's crazy. This is going to be a close football game either way. The total at 42. If you're feeling confident about a Fins bounce back, go bet on the Fins. Chatsports.com/bet, promo code Dolphins125. Tommy Scheffler, is this team good enough to make a deep run in the playoffs? Yes, we are good enough. I just hope we get in. Get in and then make some magic happen. That's my thinking. The Bengals, they were the 4 seed. They were 10-7. They won the AFC last year. If you can get in, you have a shot. But if you're talking about good enough, if you're talking about talent, yes, the Dolphins do have the talent. They've beaten the Ravens. They've beaten the Bills. And I think they're capable of beating a team like the Chiefs. Billy Fins, what's up? What's up with Waddle? I didn't see him at all against the Chargers. Yeah, that's a good point, Billy. I mean, I don't really know where he's been. He hasn't been as involved. I believe just 2 receptions against the Chargers. So John Ruiz mentioned it earlier. Maybe he's been a little bit banged up, but I certainly hope that Waddle gets more involved this week. Like the video. If you want to see the Penguin go off in the snow on Sunday. Hey, if there's any game that's going to get him back going, it's going to be the snow game because he is a Penguin. They know how to play in the snow. Like the video if you want Jaylen Waddle to go off. Gavin Owens, what's up? Hey, Will, do you really think Miami can beat the Bills in Buffalo? Because I hear there's going to be 4 inches of snow in Buffalo. So you could look at this in 2 ways, Gavin. Number one, the Dolphins are not used to those conditions, and they're going to lose. Or the snow kind of, I don't want to say, maybe levels the playing field a little bit, and it's going to be a hard-nosed physical football game. I do think they have a chance. It's going to be tough. But I do believe the Dolphins can win the football game. They're going to be hungry for a bounce back, but you just cannot fall behind early in this game. Karan watching from Vancouver. Go Canucks. I've noticed Jaylen Waddle's usage has not been the same as before. Do you think he'll see more targets going forward? I think so, Karan. I do believe that he will. It's been weird. It's been really weird, him not getting as involved, but I do believe that he's going to get more involved this week. Again, the Penguin in the snow. Let's make something happen there. Derek Thomas, was Mike McDaniel outcoached by the Chargers head coach, Brandon Staley? Yes, I mentioned this in my Overreaction Monday video. He was very much outcoached, and I believe that he deserves as much blame as Tua and Josh Boyer. Let me know down in the comments. Was Mike McDaniel outcoached by Brandon Staley? Y for yes, N for no. I don't think Staley's that good of a head coach, but he's a great defensive coordinator, great defensive-minded head coach that certainly got the better of McDaniel on Sunday. Brian Gonzalez, what's up? Would you get rid of Raheem next offseason and sign Josh Jacobs? Oh! This is a juicy question. I like this, Brian. Yeah, I don't think Raheem's coming back. I wouldn't be shocked if Jeff Wilson also doesn't come back. Sign Josh Jacobs. I really like the idea. Saquon is another guy I'm looking at, but Josh Jacobs right now leading the NFL in rushing. He's a little bit banged up, right, Chugs? Has somewhat of an injury right now, but it's not going to hand injury. He'll be fine. But I really like Josh Jacobs. He's having a spectacular season. I think he'd be a good fit in Miami. He's apparently in Miami a lot. If you did miss this mailbag, go and subscribe to the channel. Turn on your notices so you know when we're live, so you can get on a future mailbag. But I'm more than happy to answer your questions over Instagram at Willie Fence.